What's going on, all my concept thinkers? I go by Mr. J. Howard, Concept Business Success, Concept Properties Boy. Super excited to be here. Before we get started, this is part two of the drum roll, please. Rental rehab build up. In this series, I am showing you, I'm going through some photos and videos throughout a recent rental flip that my company managed and for an investor client, and just kind of taking you through some things on the flip, talking you through some items we found, figured out, maybe some hurdles that we crossed, etc. Just to share that information with you. If this video brings you any type of content, concept, of value, please go ahead and like and subscribe. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind, after watching this video or during, you can go ahead and knock it out right now. I want you to go ahead and write in the comments, got it. All right, got it. I want you to hit got it. And if you do, I'm going to send you a quick response, just really thanking you, letting you know that I appreciate you for watching this video. You'll get a personal response from me. So go ahead in the comments and put got it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited. This series has been very fun. We've had a lot of response from it. I'm a little bit under the weather, so if you hear me sniffling just a little bit, I apologize ahead of time. Of course, for these, I like to stand up, so hopefully you don't mind that. But I'm going to click through these, and we're going to talk about some things that happened in this project. All right. So, boom, I think somewhere around where we left off in part one, we were going over the, what's the word I'm looking for? We were going over the roof. All right. So, of course, we put a brand new roof on there. All right. Let's see. So, these are just pictures of the new shingles. All right. Repairs had already been done at this point. Now we jumped into the inside. All right. Over here, it looks like this is me leaving some photos for my, looks like my electrician has already done some work. Oh, I'm leaving photos for my sheetrockers. So they're going to clean all this up and they're going to put some sheetrock up. And I was making sure they knew that the fan was there, so not to cover it up. All right. I think I can hit over. Let's try it. I think it worked. All right. So this was that laundry room area we talked about. Again, the plumber we used here had some complications and decided to have the plumbing out of the sheetrock instead of inside of. He did have a bit of issue. I get it, but I would route it, I would say, in the future, just like here, if you need it to come out of the wall at all. And this was like an old add-on. It's really weird how this house was and turning this area to the laundry. So I would have came out 90 and then 90 again and brought it up so it was in the interior wall. All right, so let's see here. So for whatever reason, when I'm on full screen is when I have my issues here. All right, outside again, as we go up, using that house wrap, covering up this covering up the siding, the old siding, the asphalt, shingle, filling, pink siding stuff. All right, covering it up, getting some nice siding on the exterior. All right, same thing here. All right, and then there were some areas where there was some patchwork we had to do, some rotted wood. So we had to tighten up a lot of that stuff. All right. One of the key things that was going on with this house, if you look, this crawl space was super small. All right, it sucked. So definitely sucked for the plumber. Sucked for me going on under there checking on things, and then there was one repair that I had to do. Yeah, super tight crawl spaces suck. They tend to raise your bill too when you deal with a home with a smaller crawl space. All of your vendors tend to charge a little bit more when they got to battle a tight crawl space. In theory, it's fair, I guess. All right, boom. So framed in that window. Again, getting that some support up, getting that window in. And on this you can't see, but there is window tape on there. Let's see here. We have the lights. This is a photo I sent to my electrician, letting them know the two lights that we wanted on the sides of the vanity. All right. Because of the fact that your tub's only 5 foot, and this wall was a little bit larger, we had to frame in this wall behind the tub, the blue one, so we can make sure that it was it could fit and the tub surround would cover. All right, this is a picture of that hall bathroom, and again you can see cleaned up, got rid of a lot of that dead wood. Dead wood. All these 2x4s are dead. Trust me. All right, some of the old wood damaged, and then put some new 2x4s, and of course got everything level, square, and got it lined up. And eventually we stuffed that with insulation and house wrap. All right. This used to be a closet, or actually it was a porch, and then they were using it as a closet, and then we turned it to a bathroom. All right. All right, so some more views. Beautiful, beautiful wallpaper they had in there. All right, if you look over, excuse me, all over this photo, you just see a lot of just unique situations. All right, going on here, and so we had a lot of cleanup. Definitely had a lot of cleanup, a lot of covering to try to get all this stuff evened out and the way we want it presentable. All right, so just another view. Again, that's where they had their washer and dryer, and we changed that out to the kitchen area. All right, sorry about that. I'm not sure. Give me a second. Okay, never seen that before. A little pop up. That's okay. It's gone now. All right, keeping it moving. All right. Whew, quite a bit of stuff. Again, they had their kitchen kind of tucked in this area. No excuse why their kitchen materials were producing such damage to the walls, but this is what we had and had to work with. All right. So, you can see also where there was some wood that was rotted on the exterior wall. As you can see, they didn't use a lot of insulation, so we did the best we could in the areas that we opened up. All right. Here's a video. Let's find out what it's about. It's a walkthrough of the house. May or may not have shown this on part one. If so, I apologize. It's playing so clear. Washer and dryer open. Water heater closet. Look at the red walls. Bathroom, which unfortunately we're finding another leak. We got that handled. Look at that. Tightened up. It was around the pipe. The bedroom. Exterior pipe. Rooms weren't terrible, actually. Pretty yellow walls. Had to put some keels on the ceiling and so much smoke. Got the tub on the back end. Build up and toilet. Crazy. Super small vanity here. Everything's already ran for that stuff. Look at the ceiling fan. Did y'all see the ceiling fan? Crazy. Had to get that taken care of. Put a new ceiling fan up. New bathroom, master. Got a tub here. Vanity. Explaining some of the stuff we just went over. This light switch got to be moved in here to control that light. And that's it. I do not see a scuttle hole. Yeah, we couldn't find a scuttle hole. Living room, lots of broken windows. And outside. I didn't see a scuttle hole. Close that in. What? I'm trying to paint this. I didn't see a scuttle hole. Look at that. Up close. No, not a crawl. He's telling me about a crawl space hole. Fascia. Just wrap that whole thing. Wrap it in metal. Where to put no solid soffit. Figure out something for closing that in. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to find this siding. So overall, well, this is another view of how bad the roof was and the vegetation. Let me see if I can pull. Let's see, bear with me. All right, so this is taking us back to some of that outside work being done. Closing in that window. And as you can see, window is taped. See, I didn't lie to you. All right, and let's keep going. All right, another very small crawl hole. Now I did gain some access from this one too, so it was tight. I mean, I literally was on my stomach, just really bear crawling, trying to get under there. Got enough room to kind of flip up and do the things you need to do, but it's tight. I'm not kidding you. Very uncomfortable. Um, hey, you gotta make it happen. All right. So the close in, Dixie Lumber was the lumber company, of course, helping us with this project. So thank you. All right. Sorry. Not sure why my son was ironing money in that photo. All right. Let's see here. Outside, some more work being done. All right. Yeah, remember I told you all in the first video, someone decided to come by and give us a nice fire in the dumpster. So this was probably about, not that full, 15-20% full. And someone came over and just decided it was a good idea to, you know, I don't know, start a fire. Almost burned the house down. Um, Definitely did more damage to the house beside us than ours, but we had a little damage. Thank God it was all the stuff that was going to be covered. Here it is here. That was going to be covered by the siding. So you know that's now under house wrap and some siding. So all right. Some electrical outlet confusions and discussions with my electrician led to these pictures. All right. Let's keep going. Oh, this is where I was telling them where we could see he had put another outlet or something, and we didn't know where it was, what it was supposed to be leading to. So I sent him the photo. All right. So now we got some electrical done. We got some plumbing started. All right, and we are moving forward with some more of the project. All right, you see some measurements and stuff on the wall. All right, typically do that. Was letting them know where the vanities are. All right. Plumbing. Plumbing. Showing some of the siding. Siding took a very long time here. My siding crews were working a couple different projects, and there was so many little repairs that we had to do on this house as we, you know, kind of went through it. Um, it kind of took a while. All right. Kept it clean, got it done. All right. Inside at this point, it looks like repair sheetrock work has begun. You can see that closing of that water heater closet. All right. And then we were obviously housing the siding and the inside, make sure nobody drove by. If you leave it outside, somebody might come by and say, oh my goodness, free siding. And you really don't want that, right? So get that done and then start having to operate in that space. Moving that laundry area to this area. All right, so you can see some of the plumbing's done and ready, and sheetrock need to be placed around it. All right, sheetrock put up in here. Was letting my guys know where they missed spots, so of course they can come in and grab those spots, and they did. Got those done. All right. That was the back of the fireplace. All right, so wanted to make sure we put blue sheetrock there because of the fact that it being brick. Anytime you're dealing with brick, concrete, asphalt, etc., you want to make sure you're using that blue sheetrock, especially around your tub and your kitchen areas. All right. So as you can see, as I just gave the example, all in this bathroom. The shower head, you'll notice, was missing the monkey ear fitting. So we had them come back and put that in so we can level that out and have it looking as it's supposed to. All right, really tight bathroom, but we worked with the space that we had. Okay, same thing, got everything hooked up. Notice there's a gap, so that's why we built that wall. All right, missing sheetrock. Work being done to the back. Some side view. I think on these I was just updating the client, letting them see what was going on. All right, we had to get this stuff cleaned up. Close. All right, so we were finding other areas before we tightened up all sheetrock where we needed to cut. All right, really part of the demo process, but we're kind of all over the place with this project. And this area prior to the roof being repaired had a leak, so we saw some mold forming in this area, so we cut that out and replaced that sheetrock. All right, this gives you a good look of the outside with the siding looking pretty good here. Excuse me, I noticed a little bit of fascia still missing, so I don't think he was absolutely done at this point, but it looks really good. So heck of a transition from what it was before. And then, of course, we're going to put some metal around these windows. All right, so cool. Stuffing that wall, right? Stuff that wall with that insulation. It's an exterior wall. Put you some vapor barrier back there. Got to make sure you're doing it right. All right. All right, replace that piece. Got it mudded in. Closing it up. This is what it looks like. The down and the dirty. All right, closing up these areas, putting that sheetrock, mud, etc. All right. It's looking good, looking good. All right. We left that spot above the tub because, as you can see, we put in the tub surround afterwards. Honestly, you can do it either way. For me, a lot of times I will go in and place my my insulation, vapor barrier, do all that stuff, and then just go and pop up my tub surround. In this case, we were using that flexible, bendable tub surround stuff, so we end up having to have him come back later, fix the tub surround, and then put the sheetrock around the tub. All right, really nobody's fault. Just the flow of how we were kind of doing these simultaneous projects in this area. So perfect. All right. So here we know, outside of the work that we're gonna do towards paint and all that other good stuff, these ceilings, the lights, the fixtures, different things like that. Again, just kind of moving around with how we were doing some of these changes. This project was undertaken. I mean, I think that overall it wasn't hard. It wasn't too tough, anything like that. But it did give us a run for our money, especially when you're moving supplies from different places and, kind of working on some of the different, very similar projects at the same time. So bouncing ideas and not knowing what's behind the walls. That's just the reality. All right. A lot of these projects, you just don't. Right. Let's see if I can edit. All right. Hopefully you can still see me. So you just don't know what's behind these walls. Right. And then dealing with, you're not ripping out all electrical. You're not ripping out all plumbing. right? It's really a what we try to maintain as a cosmetic flip, but ends up getting into a little bit more. And that's just the nature of the business. All right. So you see how bad these walls are. All right, patches, mud throughout. All right. And I think this is a good spot for us to kind of pause. Can't wait to show you that red wall going. All right. So as I said in the beginning, I want you to comment below, got it. All right. And we're going to keep this series going. I'm going to reply to you. But please like, subscribe, share. This is part 2, all right, of rental flip roll up and our rehab roll up. Sorry about that. All right. Mr. J. Howard, Concept Business Success. Super excited to bring you part 3. All right. Stay tuned and we'll keep it going. See you next time.